Thank you so much for staying with us, everyone. Let's move quickly now. How much does a senator earn? Okay, we've asked that question so many times without a direct answer. We asked a Senate spokesperson, and this is what he said right here on the program on the Sunday edition of the show.
Sorry, please. The figure you were reeling out, you said based on Professor Sage. Professor Sage is not the Salaries and Wages Commission. He is also not the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Allocation Commission. So this figure is definitely, I can't be speaking to this figure.
Okay.
I can't be speaking to this figure.
Let me put it to you, Senator. Do you earn 29 million naira?
How I wish I do.
So what do you earn?
How I wish I do, Sheon.
As a public officer, can you tell Nigerians what you earn?
Sheon, you can't be asking me on national television to come out and say, this is what I earn. It's not done.
Okay.
I can't be asking you as a journalist there, how much do you earn?
Senator,
it's not done.
Senator, you are...
If anybody is interested in knowing how much we are being paid, it's very clearly, you know where to get the information.
Okay. Well, apparently, the Nigerian Senate president feels they need to talk about it. So he invited civil society organizations to explain the contentious salaries of lawmakers. Well, recently, the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, wrote the Senate president urging him to urgently explain to Nigerians if it is true that a Nigerian senator gets 29 million in monthly pay and over 3 billion a year, as alleged by the chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee on Anti-Corruption, Professor Sage. Channel Television is following the story and promises to keep you posted on the outcome of that meeting. We'll bring at least a member of the civil society group that attended the meeting to the program, in the least even get the National Assembly to put this issue to rest once and for all. Now, to our major story of the day, it seems party politics and grievances go together, and PDP is no exception. Every election or court case produces a winner and possibly a disgruntled member of the party. So Africa's largest political party, that's what they say, PDP, is no exception in this rule. The PDP chairman, Makarfi, warned members against going to court or the resolution of grievances. He wants to learn using the internal mechanisms within the party to settle disputes. Senator representing Ogun East Senatorial District, Buruje Kashamu, is one of those aggrieved members of the party. He went to court and now would face the music. He has been referred to the party's disciplinary committee of the PDP. The senator was initially queried. He answered, but pointed out that the query was contemptuous as a court had ordered parties to desist taking further action. We will show you the copies of that court order. The case of the governorship aspirant of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Anambra, and CEO of Capital Oil and Gas, Ifeanyi is totally different. He has been suspended by the National Working Committee of the PDP. The governorship aspirant of the PDP in Anambra, the man now stand suspended by the party. He joins us on the telephone now from Inewi to tell us his response to his suspension today. Many thanks, Dr. Ifeanyi, for joining us on the program. The party says you have been suspended for 1 month. What is your immediate reaction to that? All right, Dr. Ifeanyi, if you can hear me, many thanks for joining us on the program. He's joining us from Inewi. You have been suspended by your party for 1 month over your role and your speeches against the process of the primaries of your party in Anambra State. What's your immediate reaction to that?
Hello?
Okay, now let's get some other reactions now. One of the aggrieved members of the PDP, this time around, he has walked out of the PDP. He was an ally, and also the deputy national chairman to the former chairman of the party, Dr. Cairo Ojugbo. He joins us in our Abuja studio. Many thanks for coming on the program tonight, Dr. Ojugbo. Now, we've seen these disciplinary processes taking place today. Is this one of the reasons that you have seen coming your way before you eloped the party?
Thank you very much, Eun. You know, like we have always said, that our objective when I was in the PDP, and then that is why till tomorrow, I have always said, and I believe very much in Ali Modu Sheriff. You cannot just look at what happened in Anambra State. Let me tell Nigerians exactly what happened. Makarfi set up a 3-man ad hoc committee to conduct the ad hoc congresses in Anambra State. He made Professor Jerry Ghana the chairman of that 3-man ad hoc committee. But Wike and Fayose asked the man to please stay away from this assignment because this is not your business. You didn't spend money to get the court judgment. And we are taking over the functions. So they went to Anambra and then hid themselves in a room and then gave the delegates to Peter Obi. And then Peter Obi produced the delegates and produced the candidate of his choice. Now, what is the offense of Ifeayuba? His offense is that he said, look, the processes you have taken is not suitable. I don't like it. So the man has no right to complain. So he was suspended. If Ali Modu Sheriff was the chairman of the party, there is no way that Wike and Fayose would have gone to Anambra to take over the assignment given to Professor Jerry Ghana.
These are allegations that you have made, perhaps because you ran away from the party. So a lot of people had said that you perhaps are afraid of some of the hammer that was coming on you because of what some people in the party have termed anti-party activities. The same thing they said that has been meted out on some of these people who have been suspended or referred to the disciplinary committee.
No, Sean, you know that when you see a man, you know a man. I'm never afraid of the consequences of any actions that I have taken. And I don't regret my action because they are well thought out. You see, I cannot belong to such a party where the impunity reigns at the top. You can see what happened in Delta State on the 16th. 20,000 persons came, raised their card, and dumped them in the waste paper basket. Said, look, rubbish, impunity. And then they said, enough is enough. This is not Dr. Cairo Ojugbo leaving the party.
All right, Dr. Ojugbo, just a moment. Let's get the perspective of Dr. Ifeayuba. I understand that he joins us now, I guess, so we can hear him clearly. Dr. Oba, thank you so much. If you can hear us clearly, Nigerians want to know your reaction. They say your party said you have been suspended, disciplined for some of the statements you've made against the process which produced Mr. Osalaka Obazi, the candidate of the PDP in Anambra State, a process you partook.
Good evening, Sean. First and foremost, I want to thank Nigerians, those that have supported my position. I am not doing this because of myself. I have not, for once, gained one single thing from PDP in my entire life. And I stand to be challenged if PDP can tell anybody anything that PDP or they gave to me. I want Nigerians to know that also that even before I presented this clip to the public, I personally presented it to the former president. So they are still digging their graves, okay? I am not in this business to castigate anybody, but I'm here to seek justice. Impunity must stop. Our electoral processes must strictly be adhered with the red rules according to the constitution of the party. I have also kept calm till I exhausted the entire resolution mechanism of the party. So let nobody blame me today. And I sent text to every DOT member about the impunity, and nobody did anything.
Dr. Ifeayuba, we understand that one of the allegations, if I may quickly put this question to you, one of the allegations is that you were queried You were sent that query and you did not respond. Senator Buruje Kashamu was sent a similar query. He answered, but you never responded.
Talking to you now, I have not received any query either by email. Let them show who acknowledged a query that was sent to me. Please, I have not received any query. And I can also prove a point that as of yesterday morning, that I am still exchanging text messages with the chairman. So if I had any query, he would have even sent me to go and respond to my query. So if I have been communicating with the chairman till yesterday by text messages and then discussions, and there's no mention of query, I mean, I don't know what we are talking about.
The process of the appeal on the primaries have been exhausted. The committee sat and the process of appeal has been exhausted. And a lot of people will think, why are you still going ahead to speak about this issue?
When you have presented a clear case before a panel, and after that they still uphold injustice. So what do you want to? I need the world to know, because you know what they did to us in Anambra State. I mean, they saw a standing senator did not even get a vote, even when delegates for her ward participated in an election.
So what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now, Dr. Uba, with the situation? You stand suspended. What are you doing?
Well, yeah, for me, I'm laughing about it. So first and foremost that we have an election in Anambra State. I am also campaigning. I'm laughing about it. I believe justice will be done.
Okay, Dr. Ifeanyi, we need to go on a break, but we will love to bring you into the studio and to discuss this issue. We take a moment on the program. We have to talk more on these issues when we return. Stay with us, everyone.